Hello, bonjour, buenos dias, namaste, hajime mashite, ni hao, assalamu alaikum. Everybody out there on the internet, welcome to Chatting with Tekken for August 2020. Um, so yeah, for those of you that don't know, Chatting with Tekken is basically three things to talk about. So got videos I'm working on for the channel, change the stuff on the channel, and then IRL stuff. Videos I'm working on, subcategories, playthroughs, streams, vlogs, DIY, do-it-yourself stuff, how-tos, and other stuff I might be making for the channel. And then the other two categories don't have subcategories because they are things that happened or didn't. With anecdotes aside sprinkled in. Okay, so, yet again, like last time, I didn't actually go through on my phone and put my stuff in. I'm just recording this to get it done. Because if I don't do it now, I'm just not gonna get it done. Because I'm just being very procrastinatorial or just not doing anything, whatever. But yeah, so this episode might go off the rails a bit, maybe, because I'm just gonna do the old school style of just extemporaneous doing it live. But yeah, so let's see, playthroughs and streams. So for August, Skyrim's done. Other stuff is done. I don't know. It's just, yeah, Hyper Light Drifter I played. I enjoyed that very much. Skyrim, I don't know, man. It's it's not a, okay, I'll give it, it's not a bad game. I did not really enjoy it for the first long while, but after you played enough, you finally get over the hill or the hump, and you get where you're at level to just destroy everything. But then it's that's the problem with the game, honestly, is after you get past that point of the initial struggle bus, and everything is just walk in the park. So it's kind of just it's really weird because I haven't played a game like that in such a long time, to where just balance is just thrown out the window of you're not you're not held down, and then you can just go and do whatever. I mean, I didn't go back and play a lot after I finished it, so it's I'm not sure if it it does continue to level up with you and try to keep a balance as far as what you're doing. But I mean, I think the problem with it is the way I played it, because I didn't the quest log on that is so messed up. I didn't know how to get back to the main quest, so I just did a bunch of side stuff, and then I went back to the main quest and just breezed through it. So it's just okay, whatever, and just I had stuff happen on the side stuff that probably would have happened in the main stuff or the main sequence. When you get to the top of the third over the world, something cool happens. But it happened in one of the DLC things. And I was oh, that's cool. But then, because it happened there, I couldn't have the same reaction that I had playing the main story. So, I mean, the main story is okay. It's decent. Combat is terrible. Just I don't know. Yeah, I played it and I'm why do people love this thing? Because it's just first person is just it's okay, and then third person it's kind of even worse, honestly. I use third person so I can see my character, and then you just swing at something until it dies, because I was using one-handed and two-handed weapons. So yeah. And then it's also kind of weird because the leveling system at first I was kind of super annoyed, but then I'm not 100% on. I can see why they went with that system, but it's just it seems it's more, it's a lot more friction than it should be if you just had a normal kill things for XP, level up that way. Because there's a bunch of times where I would be doing things, and then I would just stop playing whatever way I was playing, so I get my skills and stuff that was lower to get boosted faster, and then I could get more XP. But it's whatever, it works, it's interesting, it's different, but definitely not the definitely not the example I would go to on how to do a leveling system. I don't know, just overall, it just kind of falls flat, because the introduction sequence when you're a prisoner and then you're free, but it's your character's just a blank slate, really. You have no distinguishing things that you've done, or characteristics besides the character that you make. But then you're when you're in third person, you have so much armor on, you can't really see yourself, so it's kind of weird. Also, you never really talk, so there's that too. So it's just, it's whatever. It wasn't my cup of tea. I did finish it, so there's that. But it's like it's not definitely not one of the something I would like recommend unless you're like really into high fantasy or that type of setting with like elves, dragons, orcs, dwarves, all- castles, horses, all that stuff, dragons, blah blah blah. But uh, but yeah, there's a lot of dragons in that game. A lot of dragons. So yeah, if that's your thing. There are some neat side quests. I'm sure there's probably some more that I haven't done, but it's just like I don't. It's really weird because it's like an alternate version of like Mass Effect to me because it's like there's a bunch of side stuff, but it's just like I don't find it appealing, and it's just it doesn't really like when you go through that stuff, it doesn't really add to like the world because when you're like in Mass Effect, it's like you do side stuff and it, like there's always like a this is why this person is why they are, or this is how this or this got this way. It's like exposition of like things or people in the universe of like why this is this way and like explains it. Whereas in like Skyrim, it's just like it's uneven, it's inconsistent. Like there's some stuff like that, but then there's somewhere it's just like fetch quest or just like go here do this, and then there one of the big issues in my opinion that it fell into when I was playing it, it just felt like every quest was like a nesting doll of side quest of just like you would start the quest and it's like go talk to this person, you talk to them and they're like okay go do this thing, you go do the thing, and then either it's either super basic and like you go to get the thing or do the thing and you come back to them and that's the end of the quest, or it's like a nesting doll of just like you go to do the thing and there's like more stuff to do and just keep doing more and more stuff until you eventually come back to the first person and it's like oh thanks for getting the thing, and it's just like okay so but then in the process of doing that you're just going through dungeons and killing stuff, so it's not really there's not a lot of good character or story moments that tie back into the whole you are a dragonborn. I mean that's the big thing is like you're a dragonborn, but it's like it like your identity as a dragonborn doesn't really feel like it's as impactful or just like personal on a personal level that you can like be like yeah that's cool. It's just like okay that's like the excuse plot for like why I have all these powers, why I can kill dragons and stuff, but it's not really it just I don't know just like compared to like being like a specter or being the pathfinder, just like the plot device of like that wasn't as well done in my opinion, so it was just like okay whatever. So and then yeah, and then like all the like other characters and NPCs and stuff like there aren't as I mean I'm now comparing it to a Bioware game, but like in my opinion it just wasn't as good as a Bioware game, so it's just like just I don't remember any of those people, so it's like you know I mean I remember Parth and Nax or whatever that character is because that's their name. It's like a weird name, so it's like I'm gonna remember it, but and also like the Alduin or whatever like that. That's a weird name, so I remember it. But it's like there's nothing about those characters. It's like oh, I'm gonna remember that character for like whatever. I mean that being said, like I said, the side quests there's some neat ones because there's like this one with the talking dog that like it led me to a statue and I helped them with the statue and blah blah blah. And then also like the companions because like the vampire lady, I ended up teaming up with her, and then also the lady that was at that one shrine that like has the voice. Oh no, that's a different shrine. Never mind. But one of the Daedra shrines, you basically go in and cleanse it, and then they end up like following you around. But that was like towards the end for me because I got them like while I was like when I was like almost done with the game. So I didn't really have them very long in my party, but it was cool because I had two companions. So at first it was like just one person following me, then it was two. So that was kind of neat. But then it's not even on the same level as like Liara and Garrus and Tally and Morden and everybody else. So it's like not so much. So it's like Skyrim. I can finally say I played it, but Skyrim not so much in my opinion. So I thought about playing maybe Fallout 3 next or some other Bethesda game, but I'm just gonna I'm gonna take a break and not just like jump into another flipping ginormous Bethesda game. So I think today I'm gonna play Witcher the Adventure game and just like play around with that. But basically I've been streaming on Twitch for like 100 days, but I haven't got any I've got okay, it's not true. I've not got a lot of growth on my channel, so that's kind of annoying. But I'm probably gonna take a break from that after today because it's been 100 days of it and it's just not going anywhere. And I'm gonna like just go back to basics and like look at all the like the on-site, on Twitch's website they have like a whole section of like tips and blah blah blah. So I'll just look at that again, take some notes, and then also like put up a thing on my YouTube as far as like asking for community feedback of like, oh, what do you know guys want to see Twitch streams, blah blah blah. So I'm going to do that, and then at the same time go back to YouTube Academy, Creator Academy, and then like take a bunch of those lessons and incorporate it into my channel because I'm not going to be really doing very much this next month probably because I wanted to play through The Walking Dead, like all of it, but I already got it on my channel, so there's no reason to really. And then which means there's no reason to stream it. I just want to play it so it's done because I need to do the final season on my PS4 version. But I also have like the definitive collection, so I want to play it with like the new art style and then just like do reverse choices. But I might save it for next month. I don't know, cause yeah, I mean that's the thing is like with the Iceborne announcement with Fatalis, since that's next month, that's kind of like the top of the list now. So it's like that's October for Iceborne, and then November's Cyberpunk, obviously. And then I do want to get back into Destiny. Well, I don't want to get back into Destiny, but I want to play the I want to get the Age of Triumph thing because I haven't done it because I haven't played in forever. So I got my Age of Triumph stuff done to get my T-shirt. So that's really all I gotta do with that. I'm not really worried about getting a level 100. I think I'm kind of done with that game. Honestly, I'm just gonna move on. I haven't played it in forever, so and I don't miss it. It's great. So like, I mean, one of the very few things that's been good about quarantine is I've just been playing a lot of stuff. So I took a very long break from Destiny. I've just been playing game after game after game. Played all of Witcher, played Skyrim, played Last of Us Part 2, played Tsushima. Tsushima was amazing. Was that last month or this month? I think that was last month. So I'm trying to think if I talked about that last time. I think I didn't because but it's like I've said all I had to say about it on like a couple of podcasts. So I don't. It's not fresh in my mind. So, but I very much enjoyed that game. I highly recommend it. Of the 5 games for the year, 4 are out, and that's at the top. So it's like Resident Evil 3, Last of Us Part 2, Final Fantasy 7 Remake, Tsushima, and then Cyberpunk. So Cyberpunk's lost, and then I'm looking forward to it. It's kind of weird because like the more time that goes on, I'm kind of like not really caring about PS5 until I don't know, man. I'm thinking about maybe just like waiting if it's like because it's just like I just feel like all these like like weird about like all the like not announcing things. It's just like why would they like just be so silent for so long? So I'm kind of just like hoping that they don't just like have a bunch of like bad things that are not bad things, but it's like they stayed silent for a long time and then like they give details and it's like all negative stuff or just like a big letdown. So I'm cautiously optimistic, but hoping everything works out with that. I'm not looking at my notes, but yeah. I mean, videos I'm working on, I guess that's it. It's like Skyrim is kind of like the last big game probably until effing Cyberpunk because there's a bunch of stuff on the streaming I want to watch. So or just I don't know. I don't really know what to play next, and I don't want to play like another big huge game, like I said. So we'll see. Gwent still playing that. I'll have a video of Gwent up or stream up of Gwent tomorrow because the new season comes out. So definitely playing that. Actually, Fall Guys. I mean, I'm playing it, but it's not like. I mean, I'm already level 40, so it's like until next season, I won't be playing it like extensively. But that being said, like there are the game night games when I'm playing with my friends. So it's like Thursday is Fall Guys, and then Friday is Everybody's Golf. So that's at least 2 games that I am putting up every week on the channel. So look forward to that when I'm playing with my friends. I mean, Destiny would be there, but it's like just, ugh. I mean, it might come back. It might come back this month, and I might just go to Iceborne next month, and then I'll just get like everything I need to get done in Destiny this month, and then be done with it, and just possibly never come back. But then it's going to be on Game Pass, so I could just move my characters over and then play on Xbox One. But then it's like I said, like playing in quarantine just not being tethered to that game and like tied down by it and just shackled to it, it was nice to like play a bunch of other stuff and not just have that game suck up all my time. So, because it's such a big time commitment. So, I am kind of just ready to be done with it. So, when PS5 comes out, it's just like I can finally move on to other stuff and not be playing that all the time. But that being said, it's like, I don't think there's gonna be like a lot there at launch. So we'll see. That's the other thing. Is like we still don't even know like the launch lineup. There's so many question marks, man. It's just ah, I'm hoping that by September, or rather by the end of September, I should say, because it's gonna be September effing tomorrow. Like there's gonna be a leak, like a price leak or something. So we'll finally like know the price details at least. Cause I'm just like curious like how much it is. So that's really all I want to know, so I can have everything ready to like pre-order and everything. So yep. Um, what else have I been playing? It's weird, but I don't have my like notes here. I've been doing this like the longest while, just like looking at my thing, but I can't really think of anything. As far as changes to the channel goes, I don't know, man. I'll just say nothing's changing because it's like there's probably stuff I want to do, but it's just I don't have. I'm super exhausted, man. Like you, you may not be able to tell from looking at me, but 2020's just been like bad thing after bad thing after bad thing. So it's just like yeah, it's really weird. It's like it's just yeah, it's just I it's not it's really I don't know. It's hard to put into words. It's not like I don't have any energy. It's just I'm just like exhausted, like mentally. It just like physically I feel fine. I can like get up and do whatever, but it's just like I have like no just I don't think the word motivation is not the right word. It's just like I have just like no desire to do anything really. It's just like whatever, dude. Just it's just like yeah. You look at the news and like see what's going wrong today. It's like oh, it never ends. It never gets better. And it's like oh yeah, it could get worse, and then it does. And it's like yep. So it's like nothing to look forward to, and it all sucks, and it never gets better. And it's like maybe it'd be great if I could just have a bit of like positivity, but no, it's just I'm just a pessimistic person. So there's that too. So it's just like yeah, negative energy. But then I mean that's the weird thing is like it's like I can play whatever, and it's like it doesn't really affect my like gaming or whatever other stuff. Is just like affecting me as far as like my productivity and like wanting to like do stuff. So yeah, like making vlogs like this. It's like easy to just like stream stuff and then like put the archive on YouTube. But then it's like beyond that, I just haven't felt the desire to do anything on my channel or on my Facebook or really anything else. I was actually thinking about deleting all my like social media because this is all just like just like a little flashlight's like not a good example. Like a like a searchlight or something, or just like a very bright beacon that just like shoots out light or something. It's just like I don't. I'm trying to make an analogy here, but it's not coming to me. But you know what I'm saying? It's just like it's the like the signal to noise ratio on social media about like things like when they happen, and how it's just like it's always like super positive or super negative or just like one side or the other. It's very binary. So it's just like having to like see posts and stuff every day. It's just kind of just like draining. Like I said, it's exhausting. So it's like yeah, on top of like the 2020 that's already just like garbage. So it's just like yeah, it's not really adding anything right now to just like oh well, well I'm not someone that looks at like cat videos, but it's like something like that. There's like no equivalent to that to just like cleanse or palette cleanse the like negativity from all the other stupid social media posts that are just like so negative. What else? I mean, I was thinking of like playing a bunch of VR games, but it's whatever, dude. It's almost September, which means it's almost October, which means it's almost November. So I'm just see, it's weird because like in my brain, I'm in my brain I think like November, and I'm like Cyberpunk, but then also in my brain I'm like November election day. It's just like so it's just there's that too. So it's just like so yeah, just trying to make it to November, see what happens. um, let's see. But yeah, like I said, September, maybe Walking Dead, maybe something else, and then October is for sure going to be Fatalis and Iceborne. So, but then I need to like work up to that. So it's like I have stuff in Iceborne I need to like make. I need to like do. So I need to like go in and like get some stuff crafted and everything. But I have like no desire to do that though. I just don't feel like grinding. So it's just I haven't played it. So I mean I did play the last seasonal event, the Summer Sizzling Fest. But ever since then I just like took a break and haven't played it much. So I will come back to it for sure in October. But yeah, I don't know. But then that's the other thing is I might just like not play Walking Dead 'cause I already played it and just play something else. But then like I said, Destiny, so I can get the stupid T-shirt. So I don't know. There's not really a lot, but that as far as like what I'm thinking of playing. But then it's like even if there isn't, there's always something I have to play because I have a bunch of games. So I can always just like look in my library and be like, okay, what do I feel like playing, and just like play it. Which is what ended up happening with Hyper Light Drifter and Hitman 2 because Hitman 2 was on PlayStation Now, so I was like, let me go ahead and play that. And then I ended up playing it. And so I'll probably end up playing through both of those, since it has like the Hitman 1 missions and the Hitman 2 missions in the second game. So I'd probably just like play through that before 3 comes out, but then I don't think I'm going to get 3 when it first comes out because I didn't know it was cross-gen. So it's like, that's the other thing about PS5 is like every time I see a cross-gen game, I'm just like, it's just like, what's even the point of getting on PS5 if it's not only on PS5? Because then it's I mean, not to say it's not optimized or whatever, or just not gonna look awesome. Because obviously it will be, but it's just, just yeah, yeah, it's yeah. We'll see. That's the other thing is like since there's just been no details or info about like other stuff, it's like we can't even like have like a comparison of like a PS4 game and a PS5 game. So I'm just like waiting for all the digital Foundry videos to come out and just compare everything and see like just what's up with it. But at the end of the day, I know I'm gonna get one. So it's just it's just kind of annoying. But then it's like the longer this drags out without them saying anything or any info, I'm just like creating this doubt in my mind, even though I know I'm gonna get one. So it's whatever. But yeah. Let's see. Videos I'm working on, changes to the channel. But yeah, I'm not really. I mean, yeah, as far as videos I'm working on, that's pretty much it. I think. Yeah, there's some other stuff, but it's like stuff that's like way far off, so there's no point in talking about it. And like I said, I was thinking about deleting my social media, and I was also thinking about taking a break, probably. But with like next gen almost here, that's probably not gonna happen. So. And then IRL stuff, it's like I'm not even gonna bother. I'm not even gonna bother, dude. It's just like same old from last time. It's like the reason I'm like recording this now and like not just like audio is because I wanted to because it's like the last 2 of these were on like audio only, and like yeah, there's no green screen, so obviously I have not like figured it out, whatever. But and I'm still around. don't worry about me if you're like, oh man, what happened to Tekken? Or Chris, did he disappear or something? Something happened to him? Is he all right? I'm cool. Everything's cool. Or I should say I'm fine. No, I'm cool because whatever. Anyway, but yeah, 2020, like I said, just it's like just it's like it sucks enough, and then you're like, well, I mean, I personally like that was like one of my I don't know what the word is, but like I would say that to myself a lot when I was still employed before I quit my job. I was like, well, could be worse. It was like that was like the thing I would say to myself as like a there's a word for that. I can't think of the word, but like that, I would say that to myself all like daily, like towards the end before I quit, of just like like, oh, it could be worse, just to like keep myself going and just like yeah. So it's like since that like was my thing, it's like here we are and like this, and it's the same thing. It's just like yeah, 2020 sucks, but it could be worse. So it's like, but it's just like I'm kind of just like tired of like that being the thing. That is just like the thing I say to myself. It's like, why couldn't it be something better? Like nope. That's just yeah. That's just where we're at. So I would go in like on a whole spiel about this, but I just don't have, like I said, I'm exhausted. I have the energy, I just don't wish to do this, so I'm not going to. So I'm not going to go into like a whole rant or spiel about 2020 and like the last 2 3 months and like everything that's happened and like how it's it could get worse, and it probably will get worse. I'll just say that. Yeah, it's like don't ask yourself, could it get worse? No, know that it will, and it can, and it's going to happen. It will be worse because I have a saying I say that's like I only say it to myself though, so I'm not gonna say it now because it's really kind of depressing and like I don't want to like say it, so I'm not gonna say it. But yeah, just stay safe out there, everybody, and eventually 2020 will be over, one way or another. But yeah, that's it for channel taking for this month. So in the links on the bottom, I believe Mixer doesn't exist anymore, so I'll take that one out. Um, but yeah, I didn't say this on my Facebook thingy, but I think I'm gonna like just it's probably gonna be like a while before I post anything on there because I'm just like I said, it's 2020 is just so exhausting. It's just like why like yeah, it's like it's like it's like I'm like at that point where it's like I don't want to say it like that. That would sound weird. But it's just like there's like all these other things that are like existential like crises and like things happening outside the realms of like games and video games. It's just like way more important. So it's like it makes everything else feel like very insignificant or like it doesn't matter. So it's like I don't really feel like doing doing anything on my Facebook right now because it's just like what's even the point? Because it's like this doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. So yeah, just like I said, exhausted. So it's whatever. But still here. But yeah, like I said, feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Favorite, share with your friends or not, that's cool too. And until you see or hear from me again, thanks for watching. And I'm now signing off.